did this exact same thing. Talking about a centimeter scale. But maybe it was 6th grade. Sometimes I did 5th grade and 6th grade. So you all have it. I know I gave you all a little ruler, did I not?
Yes.
Okay. So you've got that. Who wasn't here on the day I gave out the little teeny tiny rulers there? Well, you should have, you're supposed to, part of the supply list was to have a ruler to begin with, so whether you use mine, you should still have one. I can't just keep giving people ones every time they say they lost them, so. Write this down, please. You know that there are, or you should know that there are 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter. Okay, so if you're looking at your centimeter ruler, let's say this is 0 centimeters, 1 centimeters, 2 centimeters. Each one between 0 and 1, that's going to be cut into 10 equal pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the nice thing I've said before, Drew, about the centimeter and metric system is that it deals with 10, so there's not a lot of math you have to do to change from one thing to another. Just like, unlike with inches to feet, if something's 5 feet, how many inches is 5 feet? Yeah, 60, not really easy math. Or if you have, 17 yards, how many feet is 17 yards? 51, not something that pops in your head right off the bat. Well, the metric system, it should pop into your head right off the bat, because if you have this line that goes from here to here, okay, if I'm measuring this line in millimeters, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is 17 millimeters long, okay? Not in real life, Jaden, because obviously that's a lot longer than 17 millimeters, but it is 17 millimeters. But if I asked you to change this into centimeters, 17 millimeters is how many centimeters? The nice thing about this is your answer is going to have a 1 and a 7 in it, because you're just going to divide 17 by 10, because there's 10 millimeters and 1 centimeter. Or if you look at it here, it is 1 whole centimeter and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tenths of the next centimeter. So to change millimeters to centimeters, you just take the decimal that you can't see because it's at the end here and bring it back one place, and that's it. A lot easier than inches to feet or yards to feet. 17 millimeters is 1 whole centimeter plus 7 tenths of another one, 1.7. Well, let's try a couple more of those. What if something was 25 millimeters? 25 millimeters would be how many centimeters? Again, it's just taking the decimal. You're making it, there's going to be fewer centimeters because it's a bigger unit. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. It's going to go all the way out to here. How many whole centimeters is it going to be, and then how many extra millimeters? Elijah?
2.5.
2.5. Okay. What about 76 millimeters? 76 millimeters is going to be how many centimeters? Lady Kabar?
7.6.
7.6. Now, what do you suppose has to happen if you know the centimeters and you have to change it into millimeters? What if I have 13.2 centimeters and I ask you how many millimeters that is? Okay, let me give you a clue. You're going to have a 1, a 3, and a 2 in your answer. Okay, that nice thing about the metric system. Okay, you're going to have a 1, a 3, and a 2. So your choice is where am I gonna move that decimal? Is it gonna be here, it'll be 1.32 millimeters, or I'm gonna move it over there to 132 millimeters, or I'm gonna move it one place? Page 132 millimeters, and I should show you a yardstick here. Okay, I was starting off with 13.2 centimeters, that's this distance from here to here. Okay, each centimeter is 10 millimeters, so I go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130. 13 centimeters is 130 millimeters, and this is how many extra millimeters after that I go. So 13.2 is 132 millimeters. What if I had 7 centimeters, and I asked you how many millimeters that was? 7 centimeters from here to here. Now your choice is this, either it's gonna be 0.7, or you're gonna have to move it this way to add a 0, make it 7D. There's your choices there. And you think, Molly, it's going to be? What's that? No, 7.0 is the same exact thing as 7. Matter of fact, I could say this. What if it was 7.0 is the same as 7? 7.0 centimeters equals how many millimeters? 7 and 7.0 are the same exact number. Now I'm going to go. If one centimeter is 10 millimeters, another one, 2 centimeters is 20 millimeters, 3 centimeters is 30 millimeters, 7 centimeters is 70 millimeters. Very good. Kind of get the gist of that. So here, let's do a couple extra problems here. 352 millimeters equals how many centimeters? 7.5 centimeters equals how many millimeters? 23 centimeters equals how many millimeters? And 76 millimeters equals how many centimeters? And again, knowing that in all of your answers, in the answer to this, there's going to be a 3, a 5, and a 2. And the answer to this, there's going to be 7, a 5, 23, 76. Just where do those decimals end up? If I have 352 millimeters, which would mean, here, I'll show it to you out here. Here's 352. From this finger to this finger, that's 352 millimeters. How many centimeters is that going to be? Certainly not 352 centimeters. This whole thing is only 100 centimeters. 352 millimeters. Charlie?
35.27.
There you go. 35.2. 35.2. There's 35 and 0.2. 7.5 centimeters. Here is 7 centimeters plus half of another centimeter. This distance from here to here. 7.5 centimeters is how many millimeters? Brooklyn?
75 millimeters?
75. Okay. Maybe we should write this out. Write this out for me. To change from centimeters to millimeters, move decimal one place, right or left. To change from centimeters to millimeters, what did I do with this decimal? Did I go one place right or left?
Left.
Left to put it here, 7.75, right. Right. To change from centimeters to millimeters, you go one place to the right. 7.5 centimeters is 75 millimeters. And then conversely, to change from millimeters to centimeters, you move the decimal one place. From millimeters to centimeters, the decimal started here. I moved the decimal which place, right or left? It went from here this way, it went one place to the, oh, you go left. L, E, F, Okay. So here, 23 centimeters. 23 centimeters, which is approximately this long. How many millimeters is 23 centimeters? Grace? You're- yeah.
2.3.
Well, here, let me show you 2.3 millimeters is about this distance right there. A millimeter is about the width of your pencil, so 2.3 of them would be about that big. Now notice we are going from what? We're going from centimeters to millimeters, so we move the decimal one place to the right. The decimal here starts at the end. If I go one place right, that means I have to add a 0, Grace, and you get,
2.30.
there you go, 2/3. It's easy to get those confused, but it's still a lot easier than that. And then 76 millimeters. Let me give you the 76 millimeters. Let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, oh wait, sorry. 76 millimeters. This distance from there to there, 76 millimeters. Jill?
6.7 or 7.6.
7.6. I went from millimeters to centimeter, moved the decimal one place left, so it ended up right there. So, I think we've got a firm grasp of you